Gardner show. I'm just joking. It's major live though. Let me hit the live chat. Yo, when y'all start jumping on, uh, that would be awesome that y'all hit that like, hit the subscribe button, right? That way I can go on ahead and get the algorithm pumping so that we can keep this thing moving. So I'm getting some air up in here. All right. Y'all know how I do my lives. It's really live. Like I don't play. Like it's the real deal. So we're gonna get into some of these topics real quick. Glad y'all popping in. That topic I just threw up is buckle up. Buckle up. Cause you're gonna need to buckle up. You there's two ways to buckle up. We're gonna get into it. One way is the way you probably thinking about, and the other way is the way I'm thinking about. So we're gonna see which one prevails today. Let's some of y'all jump into this chat. I'm back up on here. I want y'all to go in the description after this thing posts. And I need you to follow me on my new Rumble channel. So I'm here promoting that so that we can do more stuff on that platform. So just know that I have a Rumble channel set up. The handle that I go by is Major Media. So you can hit my Rumble and sub over there, okay? Because I'm going to be getting into some good info on that side of the tracks so that so we could be well informed about some other things I can't discuss on here because they penalizing you know, for saying the real. So I just want to make sure that y'all know I got that Rumble set up like I said I was going to do. I'm on this platform, so I can tell you about that platform. But anyway, buckle up, y'all. Thank you. And I'll answer some questions or whatever at the end. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Keep subscribing here so we can stay in touch. I'll post something here and then send you over there for some additional, you know, topics that I can throw out there for you to vibrate with. So, okay. So the buckle up part is two ways to buckle up. One is to do it how everybody else is doing the buckle up. The other way is to buckle up how I buckle up. Actually, I buckle off. You know, I take my buckle off and I just go. Major just do the stuff. So, and I know everybody can't roll like that, but hey, you might as well hear my version of it. You've been hearing your version of it for many a moon now. And has that worked out? I don't know. I mean, that's your story. So you have to be the one to know if it worked out or not. But the buckle up part is this. I'm gonna have we got the problem, then Major gonna have a solution. So I'm gonna do the problem first, solution later, cause and effect. So the world has drastically changed, not based on your rendition of the change via the mainstream media, okay? Even the war over there in Ukraine, that's been going on for 14 years or so, since what, 2013 or 14. It's been going on for a hot second. So there again, you say buckle up. They trying to broadcast to you to buckle up for this, that, and the other. But really, the thing been going on already for many a moon. You just now being alerted to the fact that, oh, something big going on. Oh, it's the end. It's coming. Told y'all they love to predictively program folk into physicality. So they love to predictively program you into the actions they want you to perform. You being the consumer, you the product. I'm going to do a video on just that, or a live or something. You the product. And I'm going to show you how they made you be the product. You need to know if you the product or the buyer, because you might have your roles confused. And that's why you don't get the outcomes you supposed to be getting, because you the wrong identity. They've identified you as a certain barcode. And then every time you do these actions that they planned for you to do, you actually confirm that you are the product. But the buckle your seatbelt part is, some of y'all coming into the knowledge of this now. Most people are waking up like, yo, that ain't really what's going on, is it? No, it ain't. It's a whole. They're not gonna broadcast to you exactly what's going on, so you really can take uh action against it. They're gonna let it creep up on you to the point where it just catch you off guard. That's the whole point of outflanking or outmaneuvering your adversary. Yeah, you kind of like the adversary slash savior for them. You're when they deem that your group, your demographic is no more necessity to them than the plan to exit you stage left is carried out. This is a cookie cutter version of how they do everything. They do it in other lands too. So don't feel like, oh, why they just do this to us over here? Why they keep messing with? Nah, they do it everywhere they go. It's the same version, different terrain, and a little bit of different mix going on. So the story of America is they actually did a, you're in a big experiment. We've been in a big experiment. This has never happened before in his story. His story has always been, he the king, you my servants, and you're going to do what I say or I'm going to beat you into submission. The new style was, yo, that's creating a lot of chaos for us later, because the people eventually, you push them too hard, they're going to push back, and that's not working out too good for us. What can we come up with to make sure these insurrections and all these, revolts and so on and so forth don't come our way? Because that's a little scary. That's a little too close for comfort. So they come up with all of these traps within traps within traps. They've come up with, ain't no coming up with no more. They just do the playbook. They came up with all of these ways to, how should I say, subvert the actual intent of what they do. How do they get you to be a slave while you working as if you're not a slave, so they benefit more off of your efforts? Because if you know you're a slave, they can only get so much work out of you. Then people, you going? I'm going to get some food. Okay. People, falling out, can't work no more. This is messing up our yields, man. We losing more people than we getting product out of them. So how can we do another system where we do this better? Oh, let's get this round table going. Let's get all the top tier colonizers together, colonial minded people together, and let's work this thing to where we come up with a better way to do this business. We benefit more, they appear to benefit, and then anytime we have any issues, we could just put that flame out this way. So that's what the Industrial Revolution was. That's what all of these different mechanisms they have down in history, the reform, the period of reform, the this, the that, the Industrial Revolution, so on and so forth. They got all those different names for the periods of time that they plan to. It's a book called the Fourth Turning. So they got all, and I can't remember the author's name, but they got 4 quarters. It's just like a game. You got 4 quarters in the game. After them 4 quarters is up, the game is over. So the fourth turning, the Industrial Revolution, had a lot to do with the plan they had to turn slaves into consumers. And they came up with a whole nother system, capitalism and stuff. letting people believe that they take part in the development of the economy. And then they introduced loans and lending. They introduced all of this stuff, right? Once they did that, they started programming people. They started pushing some people out further on the outskirts. Those indigenous people that they took over the lands in America, look like me. They started pushing them out, making laws against them, making owning land almost impossible, making voting, and y'all know the story. While the other group got to participate heavily in the system. Okay, so when that happened, uh, what they created in this instant, which you think is your normal reality, was a big experiment. So the experiment is almost over. The experiment is they wrapping up their results. They took the results down. Yo, this is what we found. This is how it. Okay, all right, shoot. Time for the new system. That's the buckle up part. Because if you haven't been up on researching how things progress to the point of where they are today, this is why you probably should buckle up a certain way. Now, if you've been keeping up with this stuff, your buckle up gonna be different. Your buckle up might be, I already know what I'm pretty sure what they gonna do next, kinda. No one's a fortune teller, can't really know exactly, but I'm gonna go on and start making my moves now, kind of thing. Everybody else that's not in the know or not even in the historical know of how they work these systems all over the world, your buckle up gonna be more of a panic buckle up. You see yourself headed for the water in the car, you didn't have your seatbelt on, oh, brace for impact, buckle up. Like I've been trying to broadcast to everybody, that's not the version that I'm doing. I'm doing the journey version where I took control of the narrative of what I want my life to be, and how I'm seeing that it comes out that way as opposed to their way. Now, can I 150% it or 100% make this happen? No, but I'm gonna get damn near as close as I can to making it how I desire it to be versus how they would desire me to be. So, yeah, the whole thing ends up being take control of the narrative for your own life so that you can apply whatever constraints and whatever releases that you want to have, as opposed to what they're programming you to have or what they did program you to have. So think about you know how everybody's buckling up for a shelter in place style event. Yo, I ain't trying to shelter in place for nothing if I can see it coming. What's the point of knowing something's coming if you can't do nothing about it? You might as well don't even pay it. You might as well just forget about everything. Don't even pay no attention. Don't give it no never mind. You know? So I guess what I'm trying to relay here is that you need to be the benefactor of the outcomes. Right now, most systems, most people are in, the benefactor is them 0.003% that's controlling everything. So if you want some type of controls for yourself, you're gonna have to put yourself in a position where you can do that. You have to sacrifice all of the trappings and all of the things that you have right now that are keeping you stuck in that one spot. You have to get that stuff up. You're gonna have to transition that way. People keep making excuses about, yo, I can't do this because I'm just hanging on, barely paying. Yo, do something different. I can't sit here. So if you see the tsunami coming across the horizon on the ocean, you see it coming in. You saw the water go suck itself out. And then you had information already that, yo, if I'm ever on the beach and the water starts retreating, that's not a good sign. That must mean a tsunami is forming and I better exit stage left. If you one of them people that just keep walking on the beach and you ain't got no information, that's your own fault. You supposed to be after this thing. And if nobody told you like that, shame on your folks, shame on, whoever you hanging out with. But You need to be up on game to the point where you make it moves. I don't care if you got $5 or $5 million. You can make moves. Stop coming up with, you make more excuses than you make corrections to your journey. The whole point of you being here is the journey. The whole point of you being here is so that the desires that you have, the fruitful desires, I would say. I won't say everybody got the same desires. The fruitful, the seed growing, seed planting and growing desires that you have that can create better outcomes for humanity and yourself and your family. Those are the things you're supposed to be participating in. Those are the things that you're supposed to be visualizing. Those are the things that you're supposed to be mimicking, thinking on day and night, uh, performing, so on and so forth. Instead of making excuses, talking negative, I ain't got no, I'm barely paying my. That's not stuff you should be suggesting to yourself. Everything you suggest to yourself, that's exactly what you're going to get. So if you want some different outcomes, I don't care if you're in a wheelchair, if you got legs that's working, if we all got something wrong with us. Shoot, man. That's a given. You got this body, you're going to have something wrong with you. The whole point is not to focus on the negative and to focus on the positive more, if those are the outcomes that you want. So if you're a person who's already negative minded, I can tell you who you is right now based on what you might say on here. Like somebody posted something a little earlier, hurry and get to the point. The point is the point. I'm doing the narrative, not you. So if you want somebody to get to some point, I can tell you what kind of person you are based on what you just said. You selfish. You ain't gonna get nobody nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing good to nobody. So that's the person who I don't want on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So this frequency is for y'all speaking abundance, like Jax speaking abundance, Louis, everybody coming here. I got low numbers, but that's cool. That's cool. We gonna manipulate them numbers through frequency, and that 100 gonna turn into 1 million worth of good vibrations out there. So if we got to did it that way, that's what's up. That's all. We all good. But the whole point of this whole thing is to fix something. So it seems like people don't want to fix anything. So, and I'm having to transition, y'all, because we live. I got my little, hold on one sec. Hey, Amora. Got to tell my daughter. Her mom just went to the village store, so I got to tell my daughter. She's not by herself, so she don't freak out. So see, this is the real stuff. What's up, girl? Come outside when you get up, okay? All right. So she went to the store to get you something. I'm right here. Come on. So we got the 4-year-old who's gonna be flipping out in a minute. And this wasn't a part of my plan. My wife was here. Come on, honey. You don't want to say hello to everybody on the live, do you? Because your hair looking crazy. The blazing hair looking crazy. So we ain't gonna discuss all that right now. She don't want to be on the video right now because she having a bad hair day. You got that naturally. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see the real? Ooh wee. Woo! Ooh wee. Oh my goodness. Hair everywhere. That's that blazing hair right there. Go out there with your grandmother. So anyway, the whole point of being and doing the narrative is always to get the outcomes that you want, get the positioning that you want. And I say, I get a lot of people responding back to me. What you want? Get a lot of people responding back to me about how they would like to get out of the country they in and go somewhere else, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, then do it. Nothing works without you putting action to it. Nothing works without you directing the thought towards the thing you're trying to do. And that's why I keep doing the videos, because it's more to it than just talking about it. It's more to it than just, showing some videos and then, yo, I'm here, blah, blah. I want people to enjoy their journey too. I want people to get out of the redundancy of the programming to be able to experience more, not less. So that's what we're here. We're here to experience more, not less. We wasn't created to come and do less. Y'all, all of y'all, and here's how I can better describe that. In everybody's life, whatever you're doing, you're trying to always do more. Even if your more is less to somebody else, you're trying to do more. Why do we all have that characteristic? Because it's built into our DNA. It's built in there to the point where you try to eat more food. You should be trying to eat less. That's one thing you got to be careful of. But we try to eat more. We try to breathe more. We try to see more. We try to do more. How do you know you're trying to do more? If you got a car, you're doing more. You got more than 2 pair of shoes, you're doing more. You got more than 2 pair of underwear, you keep doing more. What? You got how many pieces of silverware in the house? Oh, well, I got 10. That's more, right? Okay, so everybody's into the more of life because that's how we're built. But someone has taken advantage of that and turned you into a consumer to where you do more for them now. Instead of you getting more, you do more to get somebody else more. That's why we in this predicament too, because you've been duped into believing that you don't have to perform any activity to create. All we've been doing, based on the programming that they've thrown, they throwing billions and billions of dollars, maybe a month, at making sure you stay in the same position they want you to stay in by consuming up all of your energy, buying stuff that you think you enjoy for the hot second, for the moment, when really it's 20,000 miles away from that. It's in a whole different direction than that. That's the part they don't want you to get, is the direction of travel. They want you to stay in the direction of travel that they put you into. They put that into motion through the programming over all of these years, and even your parents was programmed, and possibly their parents, to the point where they already know what your next move gonna be. That's why they do what they do right in front of your face, because they know you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You're gonna complain, you're gonna talk. Matter of fact, they know that this kind of bombardment of crazy topics and ever-changing news cycles and stuff like that, they know that that's going to actually cause you to regurgitate what they're telling you your life is soon to be like, to the point where your life soon becomes that thing that they keep showing you and you keep believing is coming. It's a trick inside of a trick inside of a trick. So they got you out flanking yourself up here, and you're doing all the dirty work for them. They walk away clean, and nobody's looking for them saying anything, because at that point you're looking at the white man looking at the black man, hey, you're the one, and the black man looking at the Chinese guy saying, yo, you're the enemy, so on and so forth. They got you twisted, more than 50 pretzels twisted together. They got your thinking so seared with the belief of everything superstitious. Like, most of your beliefs are superstition, and you don't realize it. Most of your beliefs are things that you were told were the truth that aren't. So now you're stuck in it, and now your environment represents it. So the only way to retract all of that is to start retracting that data, coming up with your own because, and I saw somebody just posted something, because like inflation, somebody just posted about Argentina. I just vaguely looked at it. I saw 104% in inflation. So this is the part where y'all getting out of line. I'ma hurt you. That's the part where they do the, we used to call it uncle. So they twist your arm behind your back till you say uncle. Then he stopped twisting, stop hurting you. So the inflation, all this economic stuff, they know exactly what they doing. They know exactly how that's gonna play out. They know exactly who's gonna get hurt more and who's not gonna get hurt. They know all of that stuff. And at the same time they know all of this, they on to creating a whole nother system right up underneath the one that you think is eroding. Well, it is, but it's eroding at their controls. So you just need to be well aware that this stuff is not by happen chance, and it's scripted. None of this is by happen chance. Just like they make a movie, you believe, dang, that was a good movie. It almost made me feel like that was real. That's what they doing right now. The same version. It's the same tactic. You'll find out that most of these movie companies got names like companies. They work for the controllers. All the stuff you think is entertainment is propaganda. Propaganda camp 101. But then you pay for it and authorize it, so they keep spewing it. Once you once you build the structure where the people have agreed to it, oh shoot, it's on like Donkey Kong now. No telling what they'll do next. They actually got permission from us to do it because we've been sitting there paying for it. So just expect higher taxes, expect inflation, expect a lower level of living based on what you may have been used to. And that's why a year ago I kept saying y'all need to go get roughed up. You need to go camping. You need to go experience something less than what you do now on a regular basis so that you already conditioned for it. It's been over exaggerated all of these years. Your standard of living has been over exaggerated. It's a big experiment. Now they got to change it to the next. They transition it into the next stage that they want humanity to be under. So then that's why you see all this other movement. That's why you see all this war, rumors of wars, and this, that, and the other. This has happened before, y'all. This is not the first time. This is not the first time, and it won't be the last. It's constantly going to be something going on because right now they have all the upper hand. They got the upper, the lower, the middle. They got all that working right now. The only thing that they don't have fully is your mind. That's like the last battleground. That's the main prize, is to get in the people's minds so deep that that's why they coming out with that implantable stuff. They can put the implants in there. Probably young people can video game with an implant and be in a virtual reality type thing that they can escape this world just by turning on their implant. We boom, and they visualizing some whole other stuff, ain't even attached to this realm. These are all the tactics being deployed so that, one, you're always in a catch-22, or two, you're always traveling on a one-way dead-end street. That's where they want you. The only way out of that, the solution is your own narrative, your own mindset. Don't let nobody control those controls to the point where they can make you jump when they say jump, and they can make you run when they say run. Like I told y'all, if the crowd say, "Oh my goodness, run, go to the right," you better stop, drop, and roll to the left. Don't you run with them other people. That's where the mass casualties are going to occur, when everybody run that way. What you need to be doing is analyzing what it is you're involved in now, how much of what you have now is detrimental to what you want to be or what you want to do, and you start turning off. We call in the business world, I call it burning ships. I got too many business ventures, too many ideas going. I got to burn some ships. Well, I really love these ideas I came up with. I really like all of it, but it's got me stressed out everywhere. I can't focus. Got to burn some ships. You got to blow some of them up. Just boom, blow them right out of the water. Burn them ideas up. Burn those activities up. If you like bowling every weekend, but it's costing you $200 a weekend because you're buying drinks and food for everybody and stuff, and you need that money to go to another country or to do something different or to pay your house or whatever, burn that ship. If you got some hobby that is sucking up a lot of resources, but it's not benefiting you or your family, burn it up, blow it up. The time for having a lot of time to maneuver is almost over. You only got so much time to use those dollars that you have. As far, this is my opinion, okay? You only got so much time to use them dollars that you have right now or you have access to. So you better start making it count. Once they go full digital, once they go full retard, on us, never go full retard. But once they go full digital, your opportunity to maneuver is going to probably be limited. That would be the biggest thing here is that life will keep moving. They're going to transition it into a fully digital. And I kind of think America's going to do that first. And how would they do that? They got to cause a great calamity. That was a good flick, right? Tropic Thunder, that's my joint right there. Never go full retard. You know what I'm saying? Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, but he didn't go full retard. Rain Man. He didn't go full retard, but Simple Jack, full retard. Anyway, those of y'all that watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Lincoln Osiris, that's my favorite character in there. He did a great job. Anyway, when they do this big calamitous, if that's a word, cause a calamity of epic proportions financially, that's what's going to cause people, after it hurts for a hot second, they're going to make it hurt for a couple of years. But then after the hurt subsides a little bit, the rescue plan is going to be, yo, we already got money in your account, your new digital account over here. We got your Fed Now account set up. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, we already took the liberty of doing that for you because we looking out for you. So we already had you set up, right? And then after such a fatal blow to the greenback, it's going to be easy to parlay people into the new thing, because if they hurt you bad enough, most people, to get out of the hurt, going to take the mark. They're going to take the money. You know what I'm saying? The digital money. So I think that's in the foreseeable future for America, because especially with this de-dollarization thing, all these other nations are getting out of the dollar, the petrodollar. They doing, if that's all real news, if that's really happening, right? That's going to be a trip. I kind of think they all in cahoots at the end of the day, because if you operating a government, something that governs the mental of the masses, they all on the same, text messages and emails and all that, I'm sure. But let's just pretend that there's a good and a bad side, and this side's against the other. Let's just pretend. Let's play it out that way. And if that's the case, hold on one second. If that's the case, then the good and the bad side. I had to jump up and run over here to my car. I'm gonna get back to the good and the bad side, because the chicken over here pecking on my car. He's pecking on the side of my car, man. That's what you got to deal with in the village. Chickens pecking on your car. That's hard to believe, but ain't nobody trying to steal my rims. Ain't nobody vandalizing my car, but a chicken pecking on the side of the car. Okay, I'm done with that. So good and the bad. So they got to make you believe that there's a bad side, and they got to make you believe there's a good side. Uh, Hold on, this chicken. Look, this one right here. See the big one? You gonna be fried tonight. Keep messing with me. Keep on here. Yeah, you're gonna be in the fryer. All right, this is the live Major Gardener show here with Chickens Are Us. All right, so they got to make you believe there's a good and a bad side. They got to make you always believe, yo, that's the bad guy over there. He's over there killing folk and doing this and doing that. And over here, we're the good side because we're trying to, mother clucker, trying to fix this problem. Blah blah blah. That's a good one. And they always gonna keep you controlled in the middle. So, like I said, the best route around that is to don't even be in the middle. Don't be on this side or be on that side. Be on your side. Do your thing. Right this moment, let's do your thing. Let's control that. Can you control 1 minute out of your day in your mind? Like, sit there and go for that minute. Time yourself. 60 seconds. Yo, I'm in control of my thoughts right now. This is me right here. Oh, I'm loving this right here. I'm digging this vibe I got going on. Can you do that for minutes in a day? Like, seriously, focus on that. Because if you can get out of what they got coming for most people. If you can't, you're going to be stuck like Chuck in that thing. So don't think that going to another country solves the problem. If you got a journey like that, go get it. Yeah, go get it before old age catch up with you. Go get it before, your knee blow out, or you got hip problems or whatever. If you got any of them problems, patch it up and keep it moving. But I'm just saying, you're supposed to be doing this stuff anyway for the reasons that are normally the reasons for doing stuff in life, not for the reasons they tell you this is the reasons you should do this. Because thank you for that gift, Matt. Appreciate you so much. But the reasons that we should be participating in our own journey, like actively, is because it's your own journey. I mean, that's you. Don't let your outside being make you think that your inside being ain't in there. Because we focusing on all these looks and haircuts and all that stuff, and what my appearance is, and we ain't focused on who our inner being really is and what we're capable of. So that's the part we got to be really involved in. That's what your journey has to do with. So you're able to find that location in yourself and then not even exploit it. It's like release it. So release the beast, the good one. You know what I'm saying? Release what's supposed to be released, and everything else is deceased. So release you, decease all that other stuff. Cease and desist. All that crazy mental activity that's messing your body up. It's stuff that we really, really, really supposed to be involved in that ain't got nothing to do with. You need some help? You got it? Hold on, let me help her. You get this side, I'll get that side. I'm helping my stepmom. All right, don't be falling now. See, this is some real stuff here. Look, she almost fell on the floor. Trying to carry this heavy bag. Okay. And I'm helping her lift it while I'm on the live. Because Vietnamese people don't care what you got. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Hello.
All right. They ain't got no concern about what you involved in. They gonna walk right into your situation and be like, whatever. So the chickens over here is aggressive. So are Vietnamese people. You just gotta know that. But no telling what's gonna happen on my lives. This is the real deal Holyfield right here. I wouldn't be surprised if, I ain't gonna say that on the live, but it could happen. Man, I got something. See, that's a lot. Got it out of my teeth. All right. So here we go again. So what we got to do, y'all? We got to start making it to where, one, your narrative is running always in the background. Two, we're not participating in everybody else's narrative because that's detrimental to your journey. And then 3, if you didn't know you were supposed to have a narrative, I guess that should be 1. You create your narrative because that's the only way out of this rabbit hole that goes real, real deep. And that's the only way you're going to ever get to the point.
Rabbit hole.
My daughter said, "Where's the rabbit hole?" we live in it 24/7, girl.
What?
Yeah. But let me finish this, okay?
Did they have the name say what?
Yeah, say what? All right. Let me finish this line. So that rabbit hole syndrome out the way, and let's create our own parallel. You got to create your own parallel universe to the one your physical body's living in. Once you do that, then your narrative can actually start taking hold, can start grabbing a hold of the physicalities around you and making them not bow down, but make them prone to your desires. Okay, that's what you got to do. This life's short. You better get after it. They gonna keep doing what they doing. So just know those type of people are not gonna stop until they get it how they want it. Just expect things to be different, but you don't have to internally expect it to be different for you. You can expect internally how you want it to be for you. And then I'm telling you, your environment, I don't care what they got going. They got you scared with the mark of the beast stuff. That's in English. And then that's presented in one text only. And the problem I have with that is you already got the mark. If there is such a thing as the mark of the beast, you already accepted it. You say, Major, come on, I didn't accept no microchip in my... That's just a cause and effect. That's just a system implementation project. That's just one aspect of it. But the real mark would have been when your parents assumed birth certificates for you, when you started using the paper versus silver and gold, things that me and you didn't have no control over. You already were assimilated into the mark of the beast system when you was born. Your parents were too. So there's been no disclaimer. There's been no legal thing that you signed other than the back of that Social Security card, the front of the Social Security card, your driver's license. But no one told you, and it wasn't listed on the document probably, what exactly you were doing or giving up. So it doesn't say, they're not going to say, oh, this is the mark of the beast card, go ahead and sign here for your ultimate demise. They're not going to tell you that. So you just have to read between the lines. You already been in the mark you already accepted the mark, all of y'all, everybody, me too. You didn't know that's what it was, but you've already accepted the system of commerce that we're in. So look, they just making it tighter controls by having a digital system. You think, oh, you're going to have a chip implanted in you. You got one in your debit card right now. It don't have to be implanted in you. That's just easier to keep track of for you, the consumer, and for them to have more controls over you, right? That's all it is, but it's already the system. So it's no different than you come out with a car. I got a Fleetwood Brougham. Over time, ain't no more Fleetwood Brougham. Now they got the Cadillac Escalade. They got the Cadillac this. They got the Cadillac. You see how that goes? It's still a Cadillac, but it got more options, bells and whistles to it. That's all they doing with the system. So it's already in that. So stop running around. The mark of the beast is coming and blah. No, that's the whole trick and illusion. That's a Penn and Teller move. Make you look over here while I'm over here really doing the thing. Look, the chip implants thing, that's an additional feature of a system that you already embedded in. So they know if they take the money away from you, you in trouble, right? They know if um, they make all your debit and credit cards stop working, which is just a keystroke, bloop, just like this new digital currency. It's going to be keystroke away from, oh, you said something out of line, turn you off. Or we're going to, limit your purchases this month. You can only, use so much of your units, your monetary units to purchase with, or you have to use all the monetary units up by the end of the month, or the next month we reduce your monetary unit. That's where it's going, but we're still there. We're already there right now. Somebody said mark in Greek means cutting into the flesh. I get that, but you've already been marked. Most of everybody on the planet has some type of vaccine, right? Somebody's had when you was a little kid, you got it whether you knew you was what was in it or not. I know I did. They gave that to us when you was little kids. What was you supposed to do? Say, no, I know all about that. You can't give me that. I decline to accept that. No, you just got it like everybody else. So you don't know about the cutting of the flesh part. You're assuming it means to cut and insert something. We don't know what's been inserted with what they've done so far anyway. You don't even know. Now, I think it's going to be more of a user discretion, a choice they want you to make, a physical agreement where you actually are bound by, where you're actually bound by the decision you make is what they really want. Um, so I'm not gonna go back and forth with people about what the mark is and what the mark isn't. You've been programmed to believe what it is gonna be. Why? When have they ever told you the truth? When have they ever said something to you that was truth? And then, like I said, go look up the word belief and tell me what the definition says in the Webster's, because belief only means that you now follow something someone else told you. You didn't go figure it out on your own. You didn't go traverse the mountaintop and then discover that, oh wow, there's really a waterfall full of gold up here. No, you just read it in a fairy tale book and let somebody else tell you. So the mark of the beast thing, you're already in the system. Um, you're already in the system. So all over the world, they got that system. It's just at different levels for different countries. Your first shall be last, and your last shall be first thing. So America first to be the top dog. So now they're gonna make it the last. That's already scripted. Okay, and then those that were last are then gonna be thrust into the economic positivity forefront, and then they're gonna develop those nations over the next 20 years, and then get them to the point where then they gonna look like America. So ain't nobody gonna get out of the system of how they do things. It's just going to be that one system might be prevalent today for this group of people, while in another part of the world it hasn't started yet. I can tell you a lot of your third world countries that you thought was third world countries, those are the countries you need to be, if you was going to relocate somewhere, those are the countries you need to investigate, because they're going to be on the latter end of the actual usage of that system. Okay. So I'm with you on that. Mark on your forehead, thoughts and beliefs. Absolutely. Absolutely. But a lot of people can't see that in the text. They still on the milk in the formula. They can't chew that meat yet. They ain't got no teeth. Teef ain't got no teeth. So with that being said, you people seeing word pictures and thinking it's real, and really what it is it's about other stuff, like you just stated. That mark on the forehead, that's got to do with your thoughts and your beliefs. That ain't got nothing else to do with, that ain't got nothing to do with a physical anything. That's got to do with what your subconscious vibrates off of. So a mark on the forehead, it's it's a word picture. When it's in English, it's hard to decipher these things because of the English language is a languishing type of. We don't You don't even realize that when you speak English how many spells you cast and why they taught you spelling in the first place so that you can redundantly diminish your capabilities here. That's why that language was developed, and the different levels of English that they have. You got the King's English, you got the King's I forget, there's another level under the King's English. Then you got the Peasant English. That's the one they taught me and you. That monotone version of it that has no inflection points, it has nothing. All it does is just talk like I'm sounding right now, and that's all we're gonna get out of it is a bunch of negativity and a bunch of spells being cast left and right. So everybody, I'm kind of reading some of the comments. That's why I'm kind of pausing. Rivers drying up, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's all kind of stuff going on. Every 25,000 years, the world, the Earth does make some moves. Okay, it reconfigures itself. In the reconfiguring phase, that's when. Okay. In the reconfiguring phase, that's where a lot of gaps are in the scenery, and that's why they had to come up with these other events to keep you sidetracked, because the energies change. It's really about numbers and energy. It's really about when diminished energy accumulates, it actually disturbs the frequency of the earth. Y'all thinking, oh, they doing this, they doing that. They using your frequency to diminish a lot of things in the earth. They're using your thoughts to actually make sure that it concretes in things that are. I'm sorry, I'm working and live and at the same time, y'all. They're using your frequency, your diminished frequency, to aim it at certain things and to cause certain things to be almost like reprogram the frequency. They're replacing the natural harmonic frequencies of the earth with all of these programmed detrimental frequencies, which is, people that make negative comments all the time, people that think negative all the time. And you don't need no. You got the mark of the beast coming. Oh, this is the end of the world. This is da da da. That's exactly what they want you to think, so that they can cause more chaos. Okay, they can cause more chaos to the point where they control through the chaos. Y'all can go look that up. Control through chaos. It's actually a formulated tactic underway, and it's used to see when you controlling billions of people. You know how hard it is to control your 2 children, maybe even one. Some of y'all got one child, act like 15 different kids, chase them all over the place. They all over the neighborhood. They going in people's house. They doing all kind of stuff. So just imagine you're trying to control billions of people moving around like little ants everywhere. You got to use so many different kinds of tactics to pull this off, because the L for you would be that they all wise up and figure out what you done to them and what you've been doing and what you suppress and depress and all these things you've done to them over the centuries. They come looking for you. That's the ultimate fear, is that all of these billions of people gonna be like, because there's only so many places on the earth you can hide. People can find you. So they don't want that. So that's why they gotta cause all this other stuff. But anyway, I'm getting long-winded. I hope some of this information resonates with you to where Uh, you got a few more ones and twos you can work with, and just remember that money right now it's always been a tool. If you use it as such, you got to have change your outlook on what money is if you want to use it to make changes in your life. Because if you don't realize that it's a tool, the tool gonna end up working you instead of you working the tool. So I'm gonna end this live right here. Any of y'all got any questions for me or anything? I'm kind of all over the place as usual. But if y'all got any questions for me, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Throw it up on the chat real quick. Shout out to everybody that's on here, uh, who stays following with me. Y'all, look, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all something that y'all children probably don't do no more. Look, playing in the dirt, uh, playing in the mud, right? That's kind of what I love about Vietnam. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. So that my young one, she can do this normal stuff that I used to do, like play in the dirt. Like it's fashionable here to still play in the dirt, to not have no high tech toys and bells and whistles, and just go create some stuff in the dirt. I ain't gonna yell at her for getting her clothes dirty, because that's what I used to do when I was a kid. That old innocent, natural, the normal stuff, man. It ain't there no more in America. Children can't even play in the dirt no more because it's grass growing everywhere. Can't mess up the yard. You know what I'm saying? Can't mess up the landscape. So it's we done assumed this position, and got into this thing where we're just as guilty as the perpetrators, until you get out of that mindset that they got us in, and you start taking control of your environment through your narrative, through your mindset. So anybody got any questions for me? This was dope. Looks like I'm still live. Anybody got anything they want to throw out there? Um, let's see. I'm gonna try to read a couple of these real quick. Oh, Germany. Somebody saying, yeah, yeah. Braxton the Snake Fiend said, in Germany, they got these scanners, I guess, so when the passengers go through the doors, it's checking people as you go. That's like the movie Minority Report, yo. That was a 25-year-old Tom Cruise movie, 30-year-old movie. They was doing that in that movie. And, as you walk through everywhere, the scanners are scanning your retina and saying your name through the marketing. Oh, Mr. So-and-so, you look nice in a new suit from so-and-so and so. They were showing you those types of films back then to program you for right now, the actual thing happening. So it's no big situation for it's like, oh man, they got self checkout at this gas station. You're like, dag, I had to use it because I wanted them Fritos. Now you ain't all been out of shape. You just accept it like, yo, that's just what I got to do to get my Fritos, right? That's what that predictive programming in them movies is all about. So that now ain't no big abrupt, cataclysmic reaction. That's all it is. So let me see. Truth, till we get out. Are youth addicted to pills here in America? Yeah, addicted to phones, pills, and bad music. Psychological war is no joke. Trickery to have us self-destruct. Elvis Rodriguez. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on, man. Yeah, we InQ Space. We all in the system. Even I'm over here, still up in the system, man. I wasn't. That's not what I want to be doing. That's just, if you got to use a passport to get in and out of something, you in the system. You need permission to travel, you in the system. You keep, think we got the right to do this, the right to do that. They really removed all that stuff as soon as they gave us that piece of paper to say driver's license. You think you got the Second Amendment right to do this and that because you got a gun carry permit. Well, that's a misnomer. It's like the Second Amendment, you don't need a permit to carry the weapon. But then you go get a concealed carry permit and then start talking about, well, I got the right to carry. No, they just gave you they gave you permission to carry now that you got the license. So anyway, let me get out of here. That's 1 hour and rolling. I know y'all got stuff to do. I'm gonna go clean up this dirty baby, dirty dirt, playing in the dirt baby.
Hello.
Yeah, let me go clean her up and get this day started, get this party started. I appreciate all of y'all. Uh, I appreciate y'all also for going over to my Rumble account and subscribing there. The link is in this feed somewhere, and I'll post it on this when it finishes. So if y'all can join me on Rumble, I could talk more candidly about a lot of other things. That's the whole purpose of doing that. I appreciate y'all. I hope my feed is still working. I don't see any more comments, so I'm hoping that we still live. That's why I've been kind of pausing on my communication. I don't see any more chats or super chats or any kind of chat stuff going on. But yo, appreciate y'all for staying tuned. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Hang in there. Things gonna get better as long as you make it better up here. Make it better up here. It'll get better out there. All right, y'all. This is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Appreciate that love offering, Matt. Thank you so much. It's going to the 4-year-old. You just bought her a whole week's worth of food down here in Vietnam for $20. That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye bye.